Hello there, people out there in the real world, and welcome to another Crowncast with me, just me. Maybe I will have someone on Sunday. I haven't. I won't have John Rambo because he just answering everything I do with. Yeah, we will talk soon, man. I don't know if I'm supposed to be afraid or happy about this. I feel like he's gonna admit something to me. Something like, Mark, I regret to inform you, but you were forced to take over OJ's place. Then yes or no. Maybe we're giving all the conspiracies away. No, but I don't know why he keeps saying that. It's hard to get a timetable of him. But I know that Snoshman and the whole punch takes a lot of time. So, but I mean, it's just 30 minutes of a week. I mean, he couldn't even spare 30 minutes. That bastard. I know. Okay, so today I'm just gonna first talk about some stuff that's on my mind. Then I'm gonna go into what I have been pondering to tell you more about how I ended up in Ramborgian community, more detailed, so to speak, because I think it's quite interesting for you to know my thought process to it all. Who knows? Anyway, firstly, I've been talking about I'm playing Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance on the 3DS, and also listening to I Am Number 4, the Lorien Legacies book series. And so I have finished the first I Am Number 4 book, and I almost finished Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, because I mean, we're getting closer to Kingdom Hearts 3 and also Kingdom Hearts 1.5. So I will begin with talking about I Am Number 4 because it's the one I've completed. Yeah, I must say it's a above average book. Just above average book, I would say. But also the problem for me is that I have the problem I also have with it is because I've seen the movie also I get my mother distracting me. Because I know the critical plot points, the book doesn't become as good as it should be, because you're not supposed to know what's going to happen, and so that's a bit of a problem with this book, because the characters can't hold it on their own when you know the story. So I think one thing I'm gonna also compare is, did I think they did the right thing in the movie, and could have or should have changed it? And also I think this book was a good okay first book, and I have some issues with it, because it doesn't really do anything unique. The premise of it all is really, really great, but I don't know, it just haven't got anything that makes it great, so to speak. But that I could be wrong. If you would that's why I really want to listen to the second one, which I have already gotten off Audible. So I want to see how that one stands up when I don't know what's going to happen. If it is if it is predictable and whatever. Well, the first one is kind of predictable. I mean, it goes through all the predictable stages you would see in a book. So, but also, that's where I think I understand why the movie did how they did that movie. But then again, I mean, I think they did a disservice that not showing that everything didn't just they weren't like at the new place for like a month and then they were found. That's how the movie feels like in no time they were found out and barely were at that place and suddenly they're found, instead of like in the book where it's this like a timeline of 7-8 months before they're found, which is maybe a spoiler. If you watch the movie, if you haven't watched the movie or the book, I mean, honestly, there's the stuff they left out in the books aren't like any big stuff at all. So they have most of the most important stuff in it. Only thing that in the movie I think they did wrong is that he's like in the book he's more like Henri, his protector, as his mentor, almost like his dad. In the movie, he doesn't do that at all. He's just the rebel teenager that doesn't want to obey anything. And it bugs the crap out of me that they did that, because I think that would have also made a great storyline, and that would be like the book. They could have made this. You have the rebel teenager, or you can have like he really wants to stay, but he still respects his mentor and protector. And if they have explored how he got all his like powers and stuff more, it would be more epic, like, oh my god, he's just practicing this and he's getting all these new abilities and stuff. That would have been so much cooler than what they did. So yeah, so yeah, I think that's I still want to get back and talk about this more when I've read the next one, to see if it is predictable, and if yeah, I don't know, it's a problem when you have watched the movie first, in my opinion. So if you haven't read or seen any of it, what I mean, it's just above average movie and it's a little bit above average book. Is it worth it? If you love like aliens and that sort of stuff coming to Earth and have powers and stuff, I mean, then it's, if you find that cool, I think you could enjoy it. But still, it doesn't do anything spectacular, so to speak. And now to the thing I want to talk mostly about, because I'm getting fucking annoyed. I'm playing. I'm almost done with playing Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and I don't want to spoil anything, because we could be here a week if I'm going to spoil anything, because it would take me forever trying to fucking explain what's happening. Because, in my opinion, I mean, I don't know. I never thought that Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2 was that convoluted. Okay, it had some convoluted stuff in it. It's half a Final Fantasy game. It's supposed to have something that is convoluted and something that you aren't supposed to know. And I could buy that, but how further in I'm getting to Dream Drop Distance, the more pissed off am I getting, because it's so dumb. Sorry, but the storyline is so freaking dumb. I mean, nobody is that foreseeing. That's the spoiler you get. Nobody is that fucking foreseeing and could predict that. Seriously, I mean, I don't know if it's going to get me back on track and saying, okay, it wasn't, and that I will get a good ending. But I'm yeah, so I don't even know it. I can talk more about mechanics of it all, because I think that's pretty appropriate. The fact is that I can't look up in this bloody thing is fucking most annoying thing ever. That's why I think it's the stupidest idea ever to have it on a handheld device. Why they couldn't just make them all console games? For me, it's just annoying. Why couldn't we have a million console of these things? It could have been cheaper. What the fuck do I care? But for me, it's just annoying. Okay, few of them could be on the handheld, but I mean, not having any of this. Now they're coming out with a 1.5, and it supposedly, I think, is gonna have these things on it, or maybe it's just what I don't know, but I think it's going to be on this 1.5 thing. If that's the case, I really would want PS3, but I don't want to spend any money on that sort of stuff. I really am supposed to save money, so that's why I really don't want to do it. I've been looking at getting cheaper ones, but yeah, still, it's just I still have to buy the games also. So yeah, I don't know what to do really, but Dream Drop Distance had all these chronicles of what happened in the other games, which is really, really great. So I could at least read up on everything. So I can now somewhat understand what happened in most of them, and it really helps out to understand at least why Sora ended up being in the sleep state, because that's one of the things I never got, why suddenly in the Kingdom Hearts 2 he was in this sleep state. I mean, why, what the hell, why were he sleeping, something like that. And it explained it. One of them at least did, I don't remember which one, but also explained why the game that's about why Sora and Riku became Keyblade wielders and that sort of stuff. I think Riku is the coolest character and is the probably the most interesting character of them all. Sora is the one you really. His partnership with Goofy and Donald is what makes that thing really great. And Sora's love for everyone. I can understand why people don't like Sora maybe, but I mean, he's just want to be friends with everyone, and it's that type of person that blindly will. He's also easily getting fooled that way, which Rico isn't, because he's the smarter one, is the one who have made the toughest decisions. So, I mean, in this game, playing all the Riku segments is so much more interesting for me, because Sora is not really interesting on his own. His partnership with Donald and Goofy is what makes him so great, in my opinion. At least, I think that partnership is what made Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 so great. Because all of them are so stupid, and that's why they're so stupid together, and it's just, I think it's just a great partnership. Rico is the more, now that you play one part of Sora, one part of Riku, all the segments with Riku, as I said, is much more interesting, because he's a character that walk his own path, and also, but still is a friend with Sora, but they haven't really been teaming up together yet. But from what it'd be interesting to see how Kingdom Hearts 3 will work, because you would think that you would be Sora, Riku, and Kairi. Yeah. I'm guessing that way. Maybe it's just I think Kairi is the one that you don't know how that character would work really. Or maybe I'm forgetting, but I can't really remember her character that much. How she is as a person. It will just be interesting, because I mean, in the beginning, first my impression of Riku was that he was kind of like the jealous person of. You get that, like, you would think that Sora and Kairi would end up together, and Riku would be like the jealous type, but they have really done great work with Riku as a character. So, yeah. Kingdom Hearts as a series will be interesting with Kingdom Hearts 3. The interesting thing is, will it be a wrap of the trilogy? Will it be just a trilogy, or will they be making more after it? That's the thing. Is this going to be the closing thing? If you know that, I haven't been reading up on it, feel free to say that it's going to be the ending one, because I haven't read much up on it. So, yeah. And also, I can kind of accept Star Wars into the new Kingdom Hearts 3. I can kind of accept that. Marvel, stay the fuck out. Comics and this shouldn't be. I mean, I can accept like Star Wars, because I mean, they did Pirates of Caribbean, so, and they can get away with that. having like superheroes with powers, it would just ruin the immersion, at least for me. It would, I mean, it wouldn't fit at all. And also, I don't really see what they will do with the Star Wars thing. That's the thing I'm most intrigued about. What will they do, and could they make it so it doesn't feel like, make it so that they feel like it's fitting how they would do it. I mean, if it just looks ridiculous, then they have certainly fucked up. So, yeah. We can see in the future about talking more about when it will get more info on it. Because Kingdom Hearts 2 had a website, I think, with all the places. Yeah, whatever. Check that later. Okay, so I think that's all from what I was going to say. Yeah, that wraps up Kingdom Hearts. It's 20 minutes in. Will I be able to get it all the rest in a good amount of time? We'll see. Okay, so I was going to talk about how I decided that I wanted to join or starting to communicate with the Ramborgia and stuff like that. Okay, so it all began back when John Rambo started his new channel. I thought he was going to do gaming stuff as well as PSP, because it would be, you would think that would be a logical thing because you only saw him doing game stuff. Then I watched his vlogs in Tokyo and all that other stuff, and he did some gaming stuff, but mostly retro and that sort of stuff. And then I saw him with this doing like book report with a guy named John Harrington, who I was like, who the hell is that? We're still wondering who the hell is that. OJ. And then later on was the first episode of the show, and I didn't listen to the first one directly. I was like, okay, what the hell is this? This is very long. It's like a podcast. Okay. Then next week he made another one, and I was like, okay, maybe I should check this out. And so I started listening to it, and I really enjoyed it. And so I went back, listened to the first one, and then I started listening to every one of them. And I was still commenting on with my old account, which is my real name. So I don't even know if they have taken that, if they have deleted that one or not. So I think I made a comment on one or two of them, but I'm mostly the guy who just watches stuff, maybe leaving like here and there if I thought it was really great. I'm not the commenting type. And then I think, I don't remember really, but I just continued to watching until like August or something like that. And then I had the idea because I was watching other YouTubers who did Minecraft like stories, like TV style, or like a series of it. And then my idea was, okay, maybe I should do something similar. So that's when I decided I'm gonna create more Crown stories. And it's and also at that time I created a Twitter account named Markon Story, where I decided, well, I'm gonna start talking to comment on the shows too. Jan, like, oh my god, it was great this week, and like asking him stuff and that sort of thing. Because in the beginning you got only like few followers. I think I must say, I think it started taking off more and more when I got involved with, like, I think Layla Alvar is one of the people that got it more and more me involved, because I just favorited one of her tweets about this music group. Oh my god. The Metric. And I was like, oh, this one are good. And she asked, oh, do you listen to them? And then I commented more, like, I used to like music and stuff, and talking more to Layla. And then I continued talking to other Ramborgians. Oh, no, not much Ramborgians. I just talked to, like, Rambo and stuff, and it just continued on from there. Plus I wanted to get on, because Rambo had one of those when he took on a lot of his followers, like it was a 4-hour special one, and I was like, oh my god, I want to come on like the show at some point and just talk to John and OJ. And I'm like, okay, that would be really cool. I'm like where most of the Ramborgians are now. Oh, just talking to, like, it was cool and that sort of stuff. I was at that point, I wanted to change, because I was also going to, like, still looking for a job, like I'm today, and so I was like, I need to change myself at that point. I need to be more talkative. That's why one of the reasons why I got the Twitter. I want to talk more to other people, comment on stuff, and it's just kind of, I don't know really where everything really took off more. It's first time I was on the 50th show, which I've said before, and it was like, for every other Ramborgians, mostly for most of them, it's like, it's nervous, because it was nervous for me because I hadn't really put myself in that sort of situation before. I had started weeks before with starting doing Minecraft stuff on my, like, just so getting up the courage, because my heart was so pumping really fast just when I did the first one, because I was so nervous just recording myself on the internet. And because I had the role model in there's this guy on YouTube called Seku. He's on the channel EditCP, and I had him as a role model because he did a channel before he did that, and he linked out how the first of episode, and that was so awful. He talked like this: "Hello, everybody. I'm Alex, nice to meet you. I'm gonna play Minecraft. And if you go on his channel and see some of his stuff, you see he's bonker shit crazy, and it's just he got just by playing stuff, putting stuff himself out there on the internet, has made him having more and more and more courage to deal with more and more people. So I thought, well, if I just do Minecraft stuff or do anything like gaming stuff, just doing it and putting it out there, and also for like me talking English all the time, making that better, it will improve myself, which is it did, even though it probably not many people watched it, my Hobbit or that one, so I don't really care. I'm just really happy that I get the opportunity to evolve as a person thanks to it. So, and then I think I was talking much about NHL on my channel and or on my Twitter and that sort of stuff, because I'm especially at that point I was really annoyed about, I wanted to watch NHL at that moment because it was the lockout. But so I was talking about, and then Rambo started following my Twitter and stuff, and then I pointed out to nominated him for Shorty Award because I saw another YouTuber brandishing that, and I was like, I'm gonna nominate Rambo to it. And then I got on the show again talking about that stuff, and I was just myself as I have become, how I'm swearing, and Rambo kind of helped finding more Crown persona, the character that is more Crown, because I can be a little bit different when I'm just by myself and not on the internet. I can be a little bit different than people are used to. So yeah, that one just helped me a lot because I talked much with him and stuff, and then I just got on a lot of times on the show. Especially one time I was on like 14 minutes or something. I don't even know. I can't even remember what we really talked about, but yeah, especially my tactic of being on the live stream every single time. That was a genuine tactic to getting me into the community. And in the beginning I didn't even see just it as a community. It wasn't really a community at that. It was a little bit, it was beginning to become something, but we weren't really that big of a community. I didn't see it. I was just being selfish and wanting to get my name out there so that I could get more and more people to watch my stuff. I'm gonna admit it, I was selfish at that time, and I because I always wanted to would want to make a living out of being on YouTube or doing something like creative, and so it was all no, the truth is revealed. Mark doesn't care about Ramborgia. He's all it for himself. No, but it has changed a lot, and it's a long process, and it's not gonna take an hour to just, oh my god, now I have 1k subs over an hour. It doesn't really work that way. It doesn't go like that fast for people to notice you, unless you know, like a grand YouTuber. I mean, it's great how many, like Rambo has like 26,000 subscribers and stuff, but I mean, how many people are really watching his stuff? That's the thing. I think most of the people are probably people that thought he was going to do like gaming stuff. Maybe. That's just my idea, because the amount of views he has on most of his stuff isn't that much, which is kind of sad. I think maybe it's all the porn, all the elephant porn, whatever, that makes people like, what the fuck is this? Maybe we scare some people away. They haven't really seen into the core of us. And yeah. So this is something I really want to talk more about with John himself. But seeing that I haven't been able to get him on for the last like 3 weeks, are we now, or something like that, it's kind of hard to get him. So you can spam him if you like to get him on here again, because I mean, I really enjoy those conversations, because I mean, I don't get to talk to him otherwise that much, and I would really, that's one of the reasons why I want to go to New York, because I just want to hang out with both him and OJ and just all the other Ramborgians. I would like to visit you as well. I mean, I think almost going to Florida next afterwards would be the easiest decision, because I mean, I feel like there's so many Ramborgians in Florida. Maybe it's that I mean, let's face it, it's because Florida is so special, like it's all the perverted people in Florida, that's why it has attracted that fan base. No. Revealed Layla Alford, David Cofield, and like all those people. You're actually perverted. Just because you're from perverted state. Oh boy, I'm gonna get the messages after this one. How much fun can you have by yourself? Get some lube and you can find out. Oh my god, I have to end this before it's too late. I think it's already as. So, thanks you guys for listening, and you can follow me at Story as usual. I've been thinking of maybe changing my Twitter, but then I will have like a big update announcement, like flashing breaking news. I have changed my Twitter to the ballsy Swede. Yes, of course, because I just want to be the Swede. No, I'm still gonna be Crown something. I don't know what I would change it to. The Swedish Crown. Wow. Then people gonna think I'm some royal person. Do you know the princess? No, I don't. Shut up. Anyway, thank you guys for listening, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Sunday, where you will get all the balls. Ballsy is the word for y'all. Yay! Bye.